Cindy Weber here with another foam rolling practice for us. Foam rollers are great at working out the knots you might get in your fascia and your muscles. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's will be all about our spine, trying to keep your spine healthy. I know a little bit about that because I've had to go to physical therapy a lot of times, and that's where I first learned about the magic of foam rolling. So hopefully you have one at home, and if not, maybe you can borrow one from a friend or save this video until you can have access to one. But foam rollers are just amazing massage tools. So I hope you'll join me today. I'm actually going to put it on this side. All right, so we begin seated, feet on the ground. Now this requires a bit of core strength, so you really have to squeeze your belly button into your spine. But begin by placing your elbows on your foam roller. Hands go behind your head, so start squeezing your belly button. Inhale as you go back, exhale, come back up. So I got this exercise from a physical therapist, so I know it's okay for you. And then I slide it up like a vertebrae or two, so it's not a huge move. And then begin again. Inhale, belly button's in, exhale, come back up. So the hands are just there to support the head, and then use your forearms to slide it up another vertebrae or two. Same thing, inhale and exhale. Now you might feel some cracking and popping, which you would if you went to chiropractor too, right? All right, slide it up a little further. Inhale and exhale. Slide it up a little further. And you want to keep going until you're just lower than your shoulder blades. So this will be the last spot I'm going to go. And then rise up. And I want you to sit off onto one hip and put the foam roller in between the space between your rib cage and your hip bone. Okay, so trying to find that spot, and then support your head with your fingertips or your hand. This hand can be on your foam roller for support, or you can take your hand behind your back. If you've ever been to PT, you know they make you do clamshells from time to time. So we're going to do our clamshells. Exhale as you come forward. So it's an inhale. So I'm trying to create more space and massage out that area between the ribs and the hip. And I do this about 5 times on each side. So I go way into my back body and then forward into my belly area. Last one. All right, and then we'll do the other side. So I'm just rocking forward and back. I'm not picking my hips up to do any other work. I just want to try and create more space in between, and so I'm massaging the back body as well as the front body as I do this. And side body too, of course. All right. I can feel a lot of tension in that part of my body, and I think I carry a lot of stress there too. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, opening, get into the back body. Exhale, come forward. So my hands are there, fingertips are there to support my head. I'm working that space in between the hip bone and the rib cage. And after 5 on each side, come back up. And we'll take that foam roller back behind us again. And I'm way into my low back. I'm going to take my hands behind my head and try and pick my butt up. Now you can kind of drag your butt on the ground, and you want to stay off the center of your spinal column. You want to rock your knees one way slightly and then pick the butt up. Or not. You can just kind of drag it on the ground. So I'm just focused on the lower back now. Keep breathing. Inhale as you go one way, exhale the other. So that natural curvature of your spine, that's the area we're after. And then set yourself down and take your knees the other way slightly. You feeling it? Me too. And then come Come on off your foam roller. Let it go up your back a little bit more so it's in the middle of your back. All right. Hands go behind your head. Tip your knees one way, working out that side of your spine, mid-back. I'm going a little bit deeper into the low back too because that's where I have a lot of tension, as I said. Carry my stress. Knees the other way. Oh. So again, spending a minute or two on each part of your body is a wise choice on your part. So we're not after the bones, we're after the muscles. All right, tip your knees to the right and dip your elbow down. No, don't tip your knees, sorry. I said that wrong. Let me re-cue you on that one. This time, you're just gonna drop your right elbow towards your right hip and work out the left shoulder. So get the muscles of the left shoulder by going forward and back, and then set your seat down and go the other way. So my left elbow's coming down toward my left hip, and I'm rocking it forward and back. Good. Set your bottom all the way down, and if you want to do the whole spine, top to bottom, again, you can. Otherwise, one last massage we do for our back is to put that foam roller right along the line of our mat, so it's centered, and then sit on it with your tailbone and lower down over the foam roller, so my head is on it. Okay, so if you have one of those shorter ones, I recommend putting a block underneath your head, or just wait until you can access a longer one. Now put your palms together, your feet are out wide here. I'm going to drop my palms to the right and roll the foam roller along that side of the muscles that line my spine. Come back to center and go the other way. Inhale to center. Just do that 2 more times each way, trying to address those muscles that line the spine all at once. And the reason I take my hands to the sky is so that they get out of it. A lot of times when we use our hands too much, it affects our shoulders. That's not good for us. And then take your arms out wide and let your palms be toward the ceiling. And just lay here and breathe way deep down into your belly. And what this doing is opening up your spine, okay, and then opening up the shoulders so that we can stand up taller rather than being rounded forward. Breathing way deep down into your belly. Let yourself melt over the foam roller, not trying to resist it at all, just to melt over it. If you can stay here for a while, go ahead and stay here. It's recommended that you hold that for 10 minutes. So if you can stay, stay. If you're like me and you got other things you have to go do, let's leave each other here. My heart to yours. Namaste. Stay loose, stay relaxed. Together, we will get through this.